Hello, Great 11. Um, I'm starting with question number 3 because we did question number 1 and 2 in the class. So I'm starting with question number 3. Um, the topic is circular measures. The shaded region in the diagram is a segment of a circle with center O and radius r centimeters. Angle AOB is pi by 3. So this is pi by 3 already given. Show that the perimeter of the segment is r times 3 plus pi by 3 centimeters. So perimeter means we need to calculate this arc and also arc length and also the length of AB. So first I'll write what we need to find out. So first perimeter is the arc length, which is r theta plus AB, right? So and also you can see that this looks like an equilateral triangle, see, because this is pi by 3. Pi by 3 is nothing but 60 degrees, right? And you can see this is r and r, which means this and also this must be equal. Because so if this is 60, what else is left? 120 is left. So which means this is also pi by 3 and this is also pi by 3, which means the AB is also going to be r. Okay, so that's why you can see that we specifically don't need to find AB. AB is already r. Okay, so I just find the arc length. So r theta. What is r theta? R is r again times theta is pi by 3. So this is going to be r pi by 3, right? So perimeter. So we will write the perimeter together. So perimeter is going to be r pi by 3 plus r. So this I can write it as, I will take r common and write it as pi plus, and make this one also common the denominator. So this becomes 3r. So it is going to be 3 by 3. So this is the final answer. That's what they said, show that. So which means we already show. Then given that the perimeter of a segment is 28 centimeters, find the area of the segment. Okay, so this was I, then I. So the perimeter of the segment is already given as 28. So r pi plus 3 by 3 is 28. So r is going to be 28 divided by this whole thing. Okay, so this is r. So now we need to find the area of the sector, area of the segment. So basically you need to find what is the area of the segment. So which is going to be this part, the shaded region. Okay, so how do I find that? I will first find the area of the sector, which is half r square theta, which is going to be half r we already have here, so just write it down, the same thing, whole square theta. Theta is pi by 3. Then find that this is the area of the sector, right? Area of the triangle is going to be half, again r square times sine pi by 3, because the formula is half BC sine A. So this gives me 80.999 and so on, right? So, and if I use this one in the calculator, this gives me 97.94. So the area of the segment is 97.94 minus 80.999, and this gives me 16.945, which is 3 significant 16.9 centimeters square. So this is our final answer. How many marks? 5 marks. Wow, that was easy actually. Then I will go to the next question. On the axis below, sketch the graph y equal to modulus of x minus 5 times x plus 3, showing the coordinates of the points where the curve meets the x-axis and the y-axis. So basically, I need to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So I will first make a table and make x is 0, y is 0. So if x is 0, y is going to be the modulus of negative 15, right? If it is 0 here, it's going to be negative 15. Then if y is 0, it's going to be 5 or negative 3. You put here, see, x minus 5 times x plus 3 equal to 0. So x is going to be positive 5 and x is negative 3. So I'm putting them the points on the coordinates here. So modulus of negative 15 is a positive 15. So now I will draw the graph. Since this is a modulus, we need to make sure that there is nothing on the below x-axis. So this is the modulus. All right. Then the find the set of values of k for which the equation equal to k has 4 solutions. So basically, first let us understand what is this 4 solutions. If I draw a straight line here, how many solutions I have? I have 2 solutions, right? If I draw a straight line here, how many solutions I have? You see, I have 4 solutions. So basically, you need to find, we know that this is x equal to the k, y equal to 0 here. From here until this part, see, I'll draw here until this part. See, here at this part we have 3 solutions. Can you see? Right? So below, so basically between these two, I will have 4 solutions. Right? So which means I need to find this turning point. What is this turning point? So to find the turning point, basically I can easily find the line of symmetry. How do I find the line of symmetry? I use the formula which is x1 plus x2 by 2. So negative 3 plus 5 by 2 gives me 2 over 2, which is 1. So basically this is x equal to, this one is x equal to 1 line of symmetry. So but we want what is y here. What is y? We need this point, right? So I will substitute this in the equation. When x equal to 1, y equal to, substitute this in this equation. So 1 is going to be 1 minus 5 times 1 plus 3. Check how much it is. It is going to be modulus of negative 16, right? So as I said, our answer must be, 4 solutions must be in this range from here to 0 to the 16. So I will write it as k lies between. Don't put equal to, because at equal to we have here, you see, we have only 2 solutions and we have 3 solutions at this part, right? So we have to just write k lies between 0 and negative 60. So that was a 3-mark question. Then question number 5. Functions f and g are defined by f of x equal to 3x by 2x plus 1, where x is greater than 0, and g of x equal to square root of x plus 2, where x is greater than negative 2. So now we need to find what is f of g of 7. So first let us find what is g of 7. G of 7 is, you can see that square root of 9, which is plus or minus 3. But you see that the answer is greater than 2, negative 2. So we must take it as only positive 3. Then that I will put it in the f. So f of 3 is going to be 3 times 3 over 2 times 3 plus 1. So this gives me 9 over 7. So f of g of 7 is 9 over 7. Then find an expression for f of f square x. So firstly, what is f square x? F square x is nothing but f of x. Giving your answer in this form. Okay. So put f of 3x over 2x plus 1. So this is a little complicated, but let us try. So I'm going to put, wherever I have x, I must put the f there. Okay, so 2 times 3x over 2x plus 1 plus 1. So first let us deal the numerator. 3 times 3 is 9x over 2x plus 1, and the denominator is going to be 6x over 2x plus 1. Let us solve the numerator first. So make a common denominator. So this gives me 6x plus 2x plus 1. So the denominator is going to be 8x plus 1 over 2x plus 1. So I'm sorry, the space is too little. You're almost done. So I will just use this little space in pink color. Okay, so this is denominator and this is our numerator. So now I'll write numerator is 2x plus 1 times, since this is divide, I'm flipping it, over 8x plus 1. So now you can see that 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1 gets cancels. This gives me 9x over 8x plus 1. So this is our final answer. All right. Find an expression for G inverse of, okay, G inverse. So let us start with y equal to square root of x plus 2. So let us swap x equal to square root of y plus 2. Now we need to make y as subject, x square equal to y plus 2, x square minus 2 equal to y. So G inverse of x equal to x square minus 2. Then we also need to state its domain and range. Okay, so let us go back to the question. So this is domain, right? And what its range, put this one into here and you will get range as G is equal to, G is greater than 0. Yeah, you just put it here, square root of negative 2 plus 2, you will get a 0. So we use the same inequality. So G is greater than 0. So this is range. So as I said, for the inverse, the domain becomes range and range becomes domain. So first let us write the range is becoming domain, which is x is greater than 0 is domain. And the domain becomes range. So range is going to be G is greater than negative 2. So you can just write it as this is range. Okay, hope you understand this. So range becomes domain, domain becomes range. Okay, next question. Show that cos theta times 1 over sine 1 over 1 minus sine theta minus 1 over 1 plus cos theta can be written in the form of k tan theta. Okay, so show that. Show that, you remember always we start from LHS and you need to go to RHS. So our answer must be k tan theta. K can be any number. So let us see how do we solve this. So first, as I said, whenever you have a fraction, so first let us put them together. You have two fractions, I will put them together. So the denominator is going to be, see this one, you can see that this is in the form of a minus b times a plus b. So what is a minus b times a plus b? A square minus b square. So which is 1 square is 1 minus sine square theta. Is it okay until here? Then cross multiply. 1 plus sine theta minus 1 minus sine theta. Let us write step by step so that we will not confuse. Then I will write cos theta. So this 1 plus sine theta minus, open the bracket, 1 plus sine theta over 1 minus sine square theta. So at this point I will use 1 minus sine square theta. I am changing 1 minus sine square theta as cos square theta. Okay, So now let's see the magic now. Cos theta times, so 1 and 1 and a negative 1 gets cancels. So 2 sine theta is left over cos square theta. Is it okay until here? So now I can cancel 1 cos theta. So what is left now? I am left with 2 sine theta cos theta. This I can write it. So we know that sine theta by cos theta is nothing but tan theta. So we have 2 tan theta. So K equal to, so therefore K is actually 2. Is it okay until here? Okay, so the next one. Find correct to 2 decimal places the values of x between 0 to 6 radians, okay, which satisfy the equation. So 2 cos, this is cos, s is missing here, 2 cos x equal to sin x. So how, one is sin and one is cos. So what do? We write it as, we divide by cos on both sides. So this gives me cos gets cancelled. This gave me 2 equal to 3 tan x. So tan x equal to 2 over 3. Now I use the formula. So since this is radians, change your calculator to radians. So you will get tan x equal to, first value is 0.58800 and so on, and the second value is 180 plus 0.5 pi plus 0.588, so this gives me 2.5535. if you take one more value, it is going to be more than 6. So this gives me, this is x equal to, not tan x equal to, tan x equal to 2 inverse of, right? Tan x equal to tan inverse of 2 over 3. So x equal to all these values. So value 1 and value 2, while writing at the end, we will make sure that we write it in the 3 significant figure. So these are radians. So this is our final answer. Okay, how many marks it was? 5 marks. Wow, this is easy to score 5 marks. Question number 7. Write down a value of log base 327. So let's write log base 327. I can write it as 3 cubed. So this gives me 3. Then I log base 8, 1 over 8, I will write it as a negative 1, 8 to the power of negative 1, this gives me negative 1. And I log base 16, I can write it as 4 squared, the 16 I can write it as 4 squared, so this becomes 1 over 2. Is it okay until here? Hence, so we used to use those values, hence solve the equation. So I know that, see, this was, we just figured out, that was 3 plus of negative 1 and minus 1 over 2 is equal to log base 4x. So when you simplify this, the left hand side, you get 1.5 log base 4x. So x is going to be 4 to the power of 1.5. Remember, changing log to exponential. So 4 to the power of 1.5 equal to x. So x is going to be 8. Answer is 8. Question number 8. Given let f of x equal to 9 over x plus 2 and g of x equal to 3x squared, where for x is greater than or equal to 0, parts of the graph of f and g are given. Okay, so diagram is already given. So now you need to find this point of intersection. So intersects. So whenever they say point of intersection, we need to make f of x is equal to g of x, right? So now I'm going to equate them. 9 over x plus 2 is equal to 3x squared. I just cross multiply, then I'll get 3x squared times x plus 2 equal to 9. So I bring everything together. 6x squared minus 9 is equal to 0. I just pull it inside. Then I can take the 3 common here. X cubed plus 2x squared minus 3 is equal to 0. So you can use GCD here, and you can solve that. You will get x equal to 1. Solve it in the, how do you use GCD? GDC, not GCD. GDC, how do we use? Graphing display calculator. So use equation solver, then F3. Then insert the equation. Then you will get x equal to 1. So find when x equal to 1, put in any of the equations. You can put in this equation or you can put in this equation, up to you. So y, you will get it as 3. So the point P equal to 1 and Q equal to 3. Write down F prime P. What is F prime P? F prime P is nothing but, you have to do dy by dx, right? So if f of x, first we need to write the f of x into the, you remember I always tell you, you have to write x to the power of. So I will write the f of x as 9 times x plus 2 to the power of negative 1. So the power comes down. How do I do the f prime x, f prime p? The power comes down. So negative 9, then x plus 2 to the, again, the power minus 1, always minus 1. So it is negative 2. So this is the f prime x. Then find f prime of 4. So we know already f of x is, we already know, which is negative 9 times x plus 2 to the power of negative 2. So I will just put f prime 4 is going to be negative 9 x plus 2 to the power of negative 2. This is going to be 6 to the power of negative 2, which is negative 9 over 36, which gives you negative 1 over 4. Basically, you can just use calculator. It is only 2 mark question. Just put this one in the calculator. You will get the answer. You don't need to simplify so much. So negative 1 over 4 is your answer. Solve equation 8 sine square x plus 2 cos x equal to 7. So you can see that this is sine square x and this is cos square x. So better we change this one to sine square x equal to 1 minus cos square x. We use the identity and change it. So 8 times 1 minus cos square x plus 2 cos x is equal to 7. So I simplify this. 8 minus 8 cos square x plus 2 cos x minus 7 is equal to 0. So I will change everything to positive. 8 cos x minus 2 cos x, 8 cos square x minus 2 cos x. Then 8 minus 7 is 1, but I'm changing it to, I'm multiplying with a negative 1. So this becomes negative 1 is equal to 0. So at this time, you can just you can see that this is a quadratic equation. So I'm going to use the 2 brackets, right? So the factors of 8 are 4 and 2, and the factors of 1 are 1 and negative 1. So when you simplify and check, you can see that this is negative 4 and this is 2. So we are good. It is negative 2 here. So we are good. So I'll write now 4 cos x plus 1 times 2 cos x minus 1 equal to 0. So cos x equal to negative 1 over 4, cos x equal to 1 over 2. So when you find the values, you will get x equal to 104 0.47 and x equal to 60. So these are the two values. Then another trigonometry question. Why we have only two values here? Because of the domain. Domain is only until 180 degrees. So each only one value. Then cos 3y plus 1 equal to 2.5. Yeah, actually this is not 2.5, this is 0.5. So I'm changing it to 0.5. So 3y plus 1 equal to cos inverse of 1 over 2. So cos inverse of, and you see that it's in the radians, so you need to change it to calculator, change your calculator to radians. So let me also change my calculator to radians. So cos inverse of 0.5 is 1 over 3 pi. So 3y plus 1 equal to 1 over 3 pi. So the second value, what is this? See, this is 1 over 3 pi. What is the second value? Cos is positive in the fourth quadrant. So the second value is going to be here. So which is 5 over 3 pi. Why we need to take more values? Because you can see that the value, all these values are getting divided by 3. So basically you can get more values. So I will also get another value, the third value 7 pi by 3 comma 17 pi by 3. I'll get the four values first and then later check. So always you can see that, see, 3y equal to, first you need to minus 1. So pi by 3 or minus 1 is 0 0.04719. Then 5 by 3 pi minus 1 is 4.2359. Then 7 by 3 is 6.3303. Then 17 by 3 pi 17 by 3 pi minus 1 is 16.8023. Then everything divided by 3. So the first value is 0.01573 and the second value is 1.4119 and the third value is 2.1101 and the fourth value is 5.6007. See, 5.6007 is already more than pi. What is pi value? Pi value is 3.14, so on. So this is already rejected. So now I will write the final answer in 3 significant. 1.412, oh, 3 significant. So 411, then 2.11. So these are the 3 values of this equation. I know it is a little complicated, but I think we still can achieve it. It's not that hard. Okay, so write down the values of, let f of x equal to a x plus 3 times x minus 1. So write down the values of p and q. So we know that these are the x intercepts. So basically p is going to be negative 3 and q is going to be 1. So find the value of a. So when f of x is, when x equal to 0, you can see that f of x is 12 in the question. You can see here. Yeah. So using that information, we will find what is a. So 12 equal to a times x is 0. So 0 plus 3, right? Yeah, 0 plus 3 and 0 minus 1. Yeah. So 12 equal to, so this is 0 plus 3 is 3 and this is negative 1. So negative 3a. So a is going to be negative 4. Find the equation of the axis of symmetry. So how do we find the axis of symmetry? we just did x1 plus x2 by 2, right? So negative 3 plus 1 by 2, which is negative 2 by 2. The axis of symmetry is x equal to negative 1. Then find the largest value of f. So when x equal to, so what is the largest value means? So basically this is x equal to negative 1 here. So they are asking what is this value of f. So what is this value they are asking? So when x equal to negative 1, find what is y equal to. So y equal to 16. So the largest value of f is 16. Then question number 11. Find the values of a for which the line y equal to ax plus 9 intersects the curve at two distinct points. So intersects the curve at two distinct points means firstly we know that discriminant is 0, but we need to put them together. First we need to put them together. So negative 2x square plus 3x plus 1 is equal to ax plus 9. Just making sure whether we are recording or not. So put them together, plus 3x, bring the x terms together, ax plus 1 minus 9 is equal to 0. So I will simplify first, plus 3 minus ax minus 8 is equal to 0. So multiply everything with the negative 1. So this gives me plus a minus 3x plus 8 is equal to 0. Alright, then we know that discriminant, we have to use discriminant is greater than 0 now. So this is a, this is b, and this is c. So a minus 3 whole square minus 4 times 2 times 8 is greater than 0. So a minus 3 whole square. So let me write down this one. A square minus 6a plus 9, and 4 times 2 times 8 is negative 64 is greater than 0. So let me write down 6a negative 55. So firstly, let me factorize this. So this gives me 11 and 5 are factors. A minus 11 and a plus 5 is greater than 0. So the critical values are 11 or negative 5. So since, again, remember, how do we write this one? This is negative 5 and this is 11. So they are greater than, so which means all this part, all this is greater than 0. So I will write it as a is less than negative 5 and a is greater than 11. So these are the answers. Question number 12. The coefficient of x square in the expansion 1 plus x over 5, where n is a positive integer, is 3 over 5. So we know that x square, which means this term becomes x square, right? So which means our r is 2, right? Times 1, if r is 2, so this is going to be n minus 2, right? Times x over 5 to the power of 2 is equal to 3 over 5, right? So what is NC2? NC2 is n times n minus 1 over 2 factorial times 1. Basically we can just ignore 1 because 1 to the power of anything is just gives you 1, right? So this gives me x square over 25 is equal to 3 over 5. And also you can basically ignore the x square because this is a x square term, right? So we can basically ignore the x square also. So now I will expand this. N square minus n over 2 factorial is just 2. 2 times 2 times 25 is 50 is equal to 3 over 5. So let me simplify this. This gives me 5 times 1 and 5 times 10. So this gives me, let me cross multiply now. This gives me 30. So n square minus n minus 30 is equal to 0. So the factors are n minus 6 times n plus 5. So n equal to 6 or n equal to negative 5. So since n is greater than 0, here he said already n is a positive integer. So since n is greater than 0, so n equal to 6. So our answer is n equal to 6. Using the value of n, find the term independent of x. What does this mean? This means the constant term. Okay, so we have to use the value of n. N is 6. We got n is 6. So 1 plus x over 5 to the power of 6 times, I will expand this. Okay, so this is whole square. So a square minus 2ab. What is 2ab? 2ab is 12 over x plus b square, 9 over x square. So we need to also expand this one, the first term also we need to expand a little bit. So let me expand at least first 3 terms. So first term is always 1 because it's a 1 here, and the second term is going to be 6x over 5, and the third term is going to be, we know third term, which is 3 over 5 x square plus and so on, times 4 minus 12 over x plus 9 over x square. So now try to understand what is a constant term. Constant term is a term without any x. So we know that 1 times 4 gives us a term without any x. Yeah, plus you can see that, see this one and this one, because here when you multiply the 6x and 12 over x, also the x and x gets cancels, you see, times negative 12 over x. See, the x and x getting cancelled. So which means this also gives us the constant term. And also the x square and x square term also gets cancelled, right? So I will write that 3 over 5 x square times 9 over x square. See, this and this also gets cancelled. Now let us simplify. So 1 times 4 is 4. 6 times 12 is 6 times 12 is 72, but this becomes a negative 72 over 5, plus 3 times 9 is 27 over 5. So when you calculate this, when you simplify using your calculator, your answer is going to be negative 5. So this is the answer. Question number 13. We have about 18 questions. Let's do it. Question number 13. Functions f and g are defined for x is greater than 1. So the functions are given here. So find f of g of 9. So first let us find g of 9. G of 9 is 3 times 9 plus 5 over 9 minus 1. So this gives me, 4. Then f of 4 is going to be 4 plus 1 whole square minus 4. So this gives me 21. Very simple. II. Find the expressions of G F inverse and G inverse. Let us divide this space into two parts. F inverse and G inverse. So let's start with y equal to x plus 1 whole square minus 4. Let us swap x equal to y plus 1 whole square minus 4. X plus 4 equal to y plus 1 whole square. Square root of x plus 4 equal to y plus 1. So negative 1 plus square root of x plus 4 is equal to y. So f inverse of x is going to be negative 1 plus square root of x plus 4. Then G inverse. G inverse is what? y equal to 3x plus 5 over x minus 1. Let us swap. X equal to 3y plus 5 over y minus 1. Cross multiply. Xy minus x equal to 3y plus 5. Put all the y terms together. Take y common. X minus 3 is equal to 5 plus x. Then y equal to 5 plus x over x minus 3. So this is at the end, write it down. This is f inverse of x and g inverse of x is 5 plus x over x minus 3. So these are the two answers. Then the last part is find the value of x for which g of x is equal to g inverse of x. So 3x plus 5 over x minus 1 is equal to 5x plus 5 plus x over x minus 3. Cross multiply. So 3x plus 5 times x minus 3 is equal to 5 plus x times x minus 1. When you simplify this, 3x square minus 9x plus 5x minus 15 is equal to 5x minus 5 plus x square minus x. When you put them together, you will get a quadratic. Then you simplify. X minus 5 times x plus 11 is equal to 0, x equal to 5 or negative 1. So once you get all the values, you check the domain. See, for both x is greater than 1. So since x is greater than 1, so x equal to 5 only. So we basically discard this. Okay. Question number 14. I think the question number 14, we did a lot of questions of this type. We don't need to do, but we still insist me. I will just find the initial number present. So initial means always t equal to 0. So when t equal to 0, b equal to 900. I after 10 days. So which means t equal to 10. Put that one everything in the calculator. Then you will get b equal to 3455.622. Then 3 significant 3460. Then I find the rate. Rate means it is dy by dx. We did not learn, so you basically can just leave it. Okay. Then I will do the fourth part. Find the value of t when b equal to 10,000. So 500 plus 400 e to the power of 0.2 t equal to 10,000. So use the graphing calculator. You will get same equation solver again. Put this one in the calculator. You will get t equal to 15.83. Then change it into 3 significant 15 point. Let me check if it is 15.3 or 15.9. 19500. Give me a minute. Yeah, 15.83. So answer is 15.8. Question number 15. Our sequences. Find the common difference. So arithmetic sequence, how do we find the common difference? u2 minus u1, but we don't have u2, we don't have the continuous terms. So firstly we need to find, use the other method. So what is the other method? How do we find u10? u10 is nothing but u1 plus n minus 1. So 9d equal to 37. So I'll write here u1 is plus 9d equal to 37. And how do you find u22? u1 plus 21d equal to 1. So I will use the simultaneous. I will eliminate u1. So negative 12d equal to 36, d equal to negative 3. So common difference, d equal to negative 3. We got it already. So b, find the first term. So I use the first equation, u1 plus 9 times negative 3 equal to 37, u1 equal to 37. The 9 times negative 3 is negative 27 and it becomes positive 27. So u1 is going to be 64. Then find S10. S10 is sum of. Remember, S is sum of. So I will use the formula. N over 2 times 2u1. 2 times 64 plus n minus 1 times d. So n minus 1 is 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 times negative 3. So when you simplify, you will get 5 times 101. So answer is S10 is equal to 505. Question number 16. Change a f of x in the term of, see, this is a completing square. So first I will pull out the 2x square minus 5x minus 3. Then I will do the completing the square. Half of 5 is 5 over 2 minus square of 5 over 2 is 25 over 4 minus 3. So 2 times, open the bracket, don't forget to times 2 times negative 25 over 4 is negative 25 over 2 minus 3. Now you simplify the terms. Negative 25 over 2 minus 3 is negative 31 over 2. So A and A, B, C are real numbers. Real numbers means it can be a fractions. Yeah. Hence, B. Hence, write down the coordinates of the minimum point. Minimum point is nothing but the vertex. So, negative 5 over 2, we need to write it as positive 5 over 2, comma, negative 31 over 2. So, these are our turning points. Question number 17. Find the set of values of k for which the equation has two distinct real roots. So, again, the discriminant is greater than 0, but we need to first put them together. So let me simplify. So this gives me is equal to kx square minus 12kx. So I will put them together. 5x square minus kx square plus 12kx plus 6 is equal to 0. So we need to use discriminant. So let me simplify this one still further. So this is A, this is B, and this is C. So the discriminant is 12k whole square minus 4 times A, B, C. So I will write it as, first I will write it as 4 times 6, which is 24 times 5 minus k. So 144k square minus 24 times 5 is 120 and plus 24k. So let me divide everything by give me a minute, divide by 24. Everything I'll divide by 24. So this gives me 6k square plus k minus 5 is equal to 0. Let us find the values of k first. So this gives me k plus 1 times 6k minus 5. So this is greater than, right? So discriminant is greater than 0. Yeah. So let us find the values of k. K is equal to negative 1. K is equal to 5 over 6. Right. So since the discriminant is greater than 0, so this is going to be k is less than negative 1. K is greater than 5 over 6. These are the values. Yay, last question. Okay. So the nth term of a geometric sequence, this is already given. So first find u1 and u2. So u1 equal to 3 times 4 to the power of 1, which is 12. u2 equal to 3 times 4 to the power of 2, which is 48. Only 2 marks. Write down the common ratio. So how do we find common ratio? u2 over u1, which is 48 over 12, which is 4. Common ratio is 4. Find the sum of the first 12 terms. So sum S12 equal to, what is the formula? u1 times 1 minus r to the power of n over 1 minus r. So this gives me u1 was 12 times 1 minus 4 to the power of n is 12 over 1 minus 4. So when you substitute, you will get answer 67108860. So this is S12. So here completes our video. Hope this will be useful for you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.